Hey everyone, I'm doing a 1-month hands-on review of my 2019 Chevrolet Bolt EV Premier. We're going to look at the good, the bad, and everything else. I love this car. It is so fun to drive. It has now been 1 month since I purchased this car, and I still love driving it as much as I did on day one. Since purchasing, I bought a level 2 home charger, and it fully charges my car in about 2 hours after my 40-mile round trip to and from work. I honestly look forward to waking up every day to drive my Bolt to work. Before owning this car, I had several fully loaded cars, and I don't miss some of the key features that this car is missing. Some people comment about the lack of power seats, but to be honest, in the past, I only had set my seat to my comfort level once, and I never touched them again, so I don't even really notice that it has manual seats. The one thing that I do wish it had was a panoramic sunroof. I get why they didn't add one to keep the cost down, but it would have been a really nice touch on this car. That being said, the car is very spacious and airy feeling, so oddly, I don't miss it. And that's coming from someone who had to have a sunroof on every car I've owned. The heated steering wheel is really nice, although I live in Phoenix, so I won't be using that feature again until next winter. But there were a couple cool mornings that I used it right after I bought the Bolt, and I really loved it. I drive in L mode and Sport mode, which is the best of both worlds. One pedal driving with lots of regenerative braking, and the car being a little zippier when you hit the accelerator. I'd highly recommend using both of these modes as I feel like it optimizes your overall driving experience by a couple of notches. A lot of people complained about the seats of this car so much that I was almost worried, but to me, they feel like just any other normal car seat. I've been in more comfortable car seats, but these are by no means uncomfortable. I could see how they may be a little uncomfortable on a super long road trip, but I don't believe this car was really designed for that purpose in mind anyway. Let's talk about CarPlay. I've been using CarPlay for about 99% of the time in the Bolt, and when you're using CarPlay, you cannot see the exterior temperature. I think that is a design flaw that should have been caught. I've seen a couple other reviews note this, and most people just shrug it off, but I think it's pretty annoying. Every other car I've ever owned has had the temperature displayed. I'd like to see this fixed in a future update if that's even a thing on the Bolt. I have no idea. I'd also like to point out that I think the Chevrolet app should be better. It's a little slow, the features are kind of spread out into a lot of menus. I think simpler would be better. And while we're on the Chevy app, I think it should be better on CarPlay too. It seems like it has a lot of capability, but I feel like Chevy is holding back on it. It will show you charging stations and what your car's charge will be at when you arrive at your location, but it will not give you a map. I think the whole thing needs a huge update to be more user-friendly. Or maybe Apple or Google should jump on this to make it easier to find charging stations on a map with your car's ETA charge in the directions. In 30 days, I put 1,800 miles on this car, and not one time did I have range anxiety. Okay, the first couple of days I had it without my level 2 home charger. I did get a little nervous here and there when my car wouldn't charge to 100% overnight, but since I've had one installed, I haven't been worried once. All in all, I love this car and I'm so happy I purchased it. It has surprised me with its range and in a great way, and I often get a better EPA than what Chevrolet advertises, which is 238 miles. Is it a sexy car? No. It's not a Tesla Model 3, but to be honest, the look has grown on me. I love it because it's quick, quiet, efficient, and fun to drive. I also love not having to go to the cramped gas stations in my area or worrying about how much gas is. This is a solid 4 out of 5 stars for me on my unofficial scale. Thanks for watching this video, and please like this video and subscribe to my channel for future updates on my Bolt.